Hey guys, welcome back to Gabbing with Jessa. Today I have another movie review for you. It's not a big box office film, but it was one I was very excited for. I will be reviewing Breakthrough. Breakthrough was the movie that came out in mid-April that starred Chrissy Metz from This Is Us about the real-life story of John Smith falling through the ice that almost cost him his life in 2015. I was drawn to this movie because I'm a big fan of This Is Us, so I was excited that Kate was going to be in it. I remember hearing about the story when it first happened, and also I heard Steph Curry was going to be a producer, so that interested me. My mom, sister, and I went to go see the movie on Mother's Day, and with it being out for almost a month at that point, I was surprised that the theater was basically full. The movie is about John Smith, an adopted boy living with his parents in a small town in Missouri, whose life is drastically changed when he and his friends go out on a frozen lake and it breaks underneath them. At the beginning of the movie, John is very dismissive of his parents. He doesn't seem to respect their authority, or any adult's authority really, which surprised me because based on all of the videos and the articles that I read about him, he seemed like a really good guy. Joyce, the mother, who is played by Chrissy Metz, is a religious woman, which plays a big part in the story. Topher Grace, most known as Eric Foreman from That 70s Show, is the new young pastor that comes to town. So after a neighbor warns the boys that the lake might not be stable, all three fall in, and John helps his two friends get out while being trapped under the ice himself, causing him to pass out. Search and rescue come, and when they are about to give up, Tommy, one of the search and rescue guys, hears a voice that he thinks this is his captain to go back, and then they find his body. And they quickly get him out to the hospital. When the doctors declare that he no longer has a pulse, Joyce comes in and she starts praying, and then all of a sudden John gets his pulse back. The rest of the movie really focuses on Joyce trying to get the hospital staff to do everything that they can for her son. At some point she gets very aggressive with the medical staff and even begins to harass them so they will save her son. She gets into arguments with her husband and the pastor that comes. I thought Chrissy Metz did a great job in these scenes because it shows that even though she is so caring for her son, she seems to forget that she cannot control what's happening to him, no matter what she may say or do to the medical staff. When she realizes this, she prays and gives herself to God and allows him to take John's life in whatever way it was meant to go. John does eventually come out of his coma, and against all odds, he doesn't have any major brain damage. He is physically okay and just comes out of the hospital brand new after a few weeks. One of the most heartbreaking scenes for me was when he came back to school and everyone started questioning him, like, why did you live when other good people don't? And it was kind of hard to watch. This poor kid was fighting for his life, and he's greeted back with teachers wondering why her husband died of cancer and getting negative notes on his locker saying, why did you live? Why did you live? Like, give this poor kid a break. On a more positive side, I think my favorite part was during the main church scene in the movie. We see a rock band with a rapper playing the normal hymns instead of the congregation singing, and all the younger kids are into it while the older members, Joyce included, are just kind of sitting there wondering what the heck is this. This is because of Pastor Eric Foreman. He wants to get younger kids involved and excited to come to church, which is something I really see happening nowadays as well. The one I go to for the holidays now does more upbeat music, and even though I do enjoy it, it does make me miss the simplicity of my old church. Overall, this is a pretty sad movie. I did make it through most of it without crying because I knew that John was going to be okay. But at some points, I was really nervous, like, oh my gosh, what if he doesn't make it? But I will say that every single person in the cast did an amazing job. Chrissy Metz is obviously the standout character, but I also really enjoyed the performance by Mike Coulter, who played Tommy as well. I highly recommend seeing it once it comes out on digital because I think it's out of the theaters now. But of course, that's just my opinion. I want to know what you guys think and more in the comments below. And don't forget to like and subscribe if you want to see more content like this. Thanks for watching, guys. See you in my next video.